Most pressure isn't strong. It's just persistent. People don't force you. They repeat. They question. They sigh. They guilt. They add urgency. They keep talking until your nervous system gives up and says yes. And most of the time, you don't cave because you agree. You cave because you want the pressure to stop. That's why one sentence can change your life. Here it is. That doesn't work for me. Not, I'm sorry. Not, maybe later. Not a long explanation. Just, that doesn't work for me. This sentence ends pressure because it removes the one thing pressure needs, an opening. Pressure survives on negotiation, on reasons, on stories, on emotional cracks. When you say, I can't, because you hand them a handle, they don't even need to be malicious. They'll pull it anyway. They'll solve your reason. They'll argue your logic. They'll push your guilt. But that doesn't work for me is a closed door. It's calm. It's adult. It's final. And here's the psychology. People respect what doesn't move. Not loudness, not aggression, stability. The moment you stop explaining, you stop feeding the pressure. And the other person has to face a reality they hate. You are not available to be steered. Now, most people set a boundary once, then destroy it with extra words. They say, that doesn't work for me, but I could try. I just have a lot going on. Maybe next week. That's not a boundary. That's a request to be convinced. The power is in the stillness after the sentence. Say it. Stop. Let the silence do the work. If they push, you don't upgrade into a speech. You repeat the same sentence with the same tone. That doesn't work for me. This is the calm repeat, the broken record. And it's devastating because it gives no new material, no new angles, no new emotional access. You're not arguing. You're not defending. You're simply stating your position. Here's what pressure usually looks like. It climbs a ladder. First, they ask nicely, then they ask again, then they add urgency, then they add guilt, then they question your character, then they act offended, then they punish you with silence or drama. Most people panic when it reaches the guilt stage. They start explaining to save the mood, but your one sentence stops the ladder from climbing. Let's use real examples. At work, can you do this today? It's urgent. That doesn't work for me. Why not? That doesn't work for me. Just stay late. That doesn't work for me. With friends, come on, don't be like that. It's only one night. That doesn't work for me. In family dynamics, you have to do this for us. That doesn't work for me. In dating, if you really cared, you would. That doesn't work for me. Online, a stranger tries to bait you into an argument. That doesn't work for me. Meaning, no reply. Silence is the sentence. Notice what happens. The conversation can't climb. It collapses because pressure needs your participation. And yes, it will feel uncomfortable at first. Your brain will scream, explain yourself, soften it, rescue the mood. That's old training. You were taught that being liked is safety. But in adulthood, your safety is your standards. This sentence also protects your time, because time is where money, health, and focus are built. Every unnecessary yes is a quiet theft from your future. So how do you use it without sounding cold? 1. Keep your tone low and simple. Not sharp, not dramatic, just factual. 2. Match it with still body language. No fidgeting. No nervous smiles that ask permission. Stand still. Breathe. A calm face makes the sentence feel real. 3. If needed, offer structure, not excuses. For example, that doesn't work for me. I can do it on Friday. Then stop. You're not begging. You're stating terms. 4. Don't negotiate in the hallway. If someone pushes in the moment, you can say, "That doesn't work for me." Send it in writing. Pressure hates paper. Paper removes emotional leverage. And 5, accept that some people will get irritated. That irritation is not proof you're wrong. It's proof the old version of you was easier to push. Here's the deeper lesson. Pressure is a test of self-respect. When you hold your sentence, you teach people how to treat you. When you break it, you teach them to keep trying. So try this for 7 days. When you feel rushed, pressured, guilted, or cornered, use the sentence. Say it once. Pause. Repeat it if necessary. Then disengage. Your goal is not to win the conversation. Your goal is to end the pressure without buying peace with your integrity. You'll notice something powerful. The world gets quieter. Not because people become kinder, but because you stop rewarding pressure with movement. And when you stop moving on command, you stop being managed. That's the sentence that ends all pressure. That doesn't work for me. Say it like a decision, not like a debate. Make your boundaries boring and watch pressure lose interest.